Oh, yeah. We gotta go through here. That's right. I remember it
Or
now.
you know what sucks is when you sneeze so hard that you fart, but the fart the sneeze causes is painful.
Dude,
Has
you
anybody
know,
ever experienced
you
this?
know
Like
that.
like
Hold
you
on a
sneeze and it just pushes that fart out so hard that it hurts. It's like, well,
Okay.
that wasn't enjoyable at all.
I remember when I was a kid. You know my brother
One star.
Dakota.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So I remember
Story time. Story time. Story time.
me and him are sitting in the living room, and he's like,
Spit it out. I believe in you. Tell it.
"Okay, okay." I'm crying right now. I can't
I
even.
hope you. I hope a zombie starts attacking you in the game.
Oh fuck. Okay, so I remember Dakota sitting in this chair that it was like my dad's chair, the chair he always sat in. Is this not how I get out of that fucking place? Son of a bitch. Anyway, so he's sitting there and I'm like, we're in the living room. I'm sitting there playing Halo on the Xbox. And he's like passed out asleep, like snoring, gone asleep.
I think I remember this story.
All of a sudden, he farts and burps at the same time. And it like he like, oh god, I can't even. He jumps and he's like, run! Right back asleep and started snoring. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I go wake him up and he's like, dude, my ass hurts.
How would you rate your pain? 4 stars. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up.
Oh god, it's so hot in here right now. I'm laughing too hard. Oh, I found the fucking door. If I would have just paid attention to the fucking map. Oh shit. Okay.
So there was a point in time where I was having a really bad issue with gas escaping from my body, whether up or down. Just because of the diet that I had for a little while, I was not really caring about my diet and stuff like that, and I gained a little bit of weight from it.
Dude, I
But
think I was 12 years old. He was probably 8. I'm stuck on that right now. That memory has just flooded my brain and
so
it won't leave.
but anyway, so my diet pretty much consisted of Taco Bell and Taco Bell, right? So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, at one point I was at work and I remember it very clearly because my store manager, she was sitting there BSing with me while I was working on some vehicle, right?
Uh-huh.
And out of nowhere, I didn't even feel like it starting to happen. It just like happened. I burped so powerfully and I farted so powerfully that I fell down. Like my entire body was just like, nope, ground. Like I did not know that gas leaving you could cause your body to just die for a second, but it happened. Needless to say,
Whoa, what the
my
fuck is that
store
noise?
manager was not happy with me because, she's a female.
Yeah, see, Stacia, back at Firehouse Lock and Key, like, she's a woman, obviously,
I would
but
hope so.
she still acted like one of the guys. It was
Well, same
still
with
kind of
mine,
funny.
but yeah.
No, like even for something like that, she'd probably like bust out laughing. I mean, if there was a customer in there, that's something different. She's all ladylike, but she was totally one of the guys. How do I switch between
Nicole
not
is
that
to an
button?
extent, but
Oh,
she will play the I'm a woman card when she doesn't want to do something.
oh yeah, yeah. Stacia did that too. Like if it was raining and we had to do something outside, it was totally, oh, it's gonna hurt it's gonna mess up my hair. Oh, I don't want to get my nails dirty. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did that, but that wasn't a big bother because it was normally like small stupid stuff anyway.
So the your comment on my blah 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 on the Discord, I just saw it a minute ago, and I reacted with the poop emoji like I do with everything.
I
And
don't even remember what I said.
you said, Corey, you spanky bastard.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Sure.
But anyway, I'm hovering my mouse over the poop emoji, and the description for the poop emoji
It's
is
chocolate ice cream.
poop shit hanky poo.
He doesn't understand.
All right.
It is poop shit hanky poo.
I like it.
But like they're each like divided by like colons and stuff, so you know like each one of those 4 words is separate words. I just love how it says hanky. It's Mr. freaking Hanky.
You don't understand.
I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but I love it. I'm all about it.
Come. Me and Christoph are both dead. Please, do this for me. I'll give you something good, something special. Okay?
Yeah, maybe I'll ask around at the tower. If I find something, I'll let you know. But if you ask me, your protection seems to have you pretty
Are
scared.
you dead?
No, I'm
You
here.
should really think
I'm
about
listening to this guy's story.
Oh, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Taters. Let's see here.
Freaking circumcised potato.
Dude, that name was awesome yesterday.
Oh, I'm all about it. So speaking of potatoes, so the other day,
I
was
tried to make
looking
some
through-
fries.
well, the other day I was looking through the pantry, trying to just find something to munch on or to make for dinner, right?
Okay.
And I saw this bag in like the back of the pantry. Apparently, at some point, I had bought a sack of potatoes.
And now you have a plant, like
I
6
have, like-
plants.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I have potato plants that grew in my pantry.
Yep, I've had that happen. I've had that
Shame,
happen
because-
a few too many times.
Like, I don't even remember buying the potatoes. Like, I'm not a big potato eater. Because, potato is just a big starch and it's unhealthy. But,
Oh, it's the most delicious thing man ever
oh no,
invented.
don't get me wrong. Like, it's totally good. Like, I'm on board with that. But it turns to straight sugar in your diet. And,
Yeah.
I have to,
I'm totally fine with that.
because I'm so prone to having diseases
fat
like
ass?
diabetes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm prone to
I
having
mean, if you
diabetes
say so.
because my dad has it. My grandparents on both sides of my family
shit.
had it. It's
The
just
fuck are
something that
these
runs in my
fuckers
family.
thinking? Fucking shooting guns right now and shit. Are y'all fucking kidding me? We got zombies around us.
But anyway, so I try to focus like on eating healthier.
Yeah.
Like I'll splurge and I'll go out to eat. I don't give a fuck most of the time, but like for the most part, like I'll try to eat somewhat healthy. I have chicken, stuff like that. But so like I generally don't eat potatoes. So I could not tell you how long those potatoes sat in my pantry turning into plants.
That's awesome.
And the bag, it does not look like it was ever opened. Which just made it that much more great.
I'm just shooting up rise people here. Okay. Yeah, we got runners coming at us now because of all this shit. Let's run away from that. Some school stories, Hen.
Oh, all right.
I can tell you the first day I met Corey. Okay, so I moved to Marietta for the last 9 weeks of school.
Yep.
And they even said, and this was in 8th grade. And they even told my grandparents, like, you can't enroll him into school right now. Like, it's the last 9 weeks. And I was in a bad situation because I got kicked out of my dad's house. So shit was crazy.
Right.
And they get me into school. So I go to this computer class, and it's like my first period right after homeroom.
Mr. What's his name? Second period. It was second period.
I don't think it was second period because I remember homeroom, and then I can't remember his name, but he was like one of the football players took me to that room because homeroom you had to say the flag.
Did you sit in there for 2 periods then? Because I mean, I'm telling you, that was my second period.
I may have.
Clearly.
I may have.
You might have been in there for 2 periods.
Okay.
I don't remember ever seeing you like walk in, but I also have slept since then, so there's that. But yeah, you were sitting at a table, and me and Orange Juice walk in, and because at the time, you know, I was still like really buddy with him. Like, I mean, we're not enemies or anything. We just don't ever talk to each other. But I was like really buddy with him. Like we were like inseparable almost.
Mm-hmm.
And we see you sitting there, and I was like, I ain't never seen that kid before. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah, and Otis walks up and puts both of his ginormous hands. Let me say, this guy's hands was the size of my head, okay? He puts one hand on my left shoulder, one hand on my right, and he's like, well, how you doing? I'm Otis. And then Corey flops down in the chair across the table from me, and he's like, and I'm Corey. And I was like, well, fellas, I'm Steven. How do you do? And
I feel like how we presented ourselves.
That's
like,
what made our friendship right there.
It was the stereotypical, like in movies, like these are the main protagonists right here.
Exactly, exactly. And it was like I hadn't even spoken to anybody yet. Because I remember homeroom, I remember saying the pledge, but I didn't even speak the pledge because I was so nervous about being. Let me also say, okay, not being racist at all when I say these words. I come from Bonifay, Florida, where there's literally one black person in the entire town. Now, nowadays, it's like, you know, it's very mixed between white, black, and Mexican. No big deal now. But when I was a kid, there was one black person. That was it. I moved to Mariana, where it was 75% black people, 25% white people. No problem with that.
And like 3 Mexicans.
And yeah. And but it made me nervous because I was like, I had never seen this many colored people before in my entire life. So I was super nervous. I was in a completely new place for me. And I just
seeing Otis, who, mind you, Otis was like
300
stereotypical
pounds.
like
Huge.
Defensive lineman for the NFL.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
He's massive.
No doubt a small man.
Like, and here's the thing though, is you look at him and you'd be like, oh man, this guy's like obese, but like he was like a good 99% muscle. He was just, he was
scary. He was scary.
But he's like the biggest teddy bear you'd ever meet in your life.
Sure enough.
Gas mask man.
But I was like, well, these are the first people I've actually said anything to.
Because you're wearing a gas
so
mask.
I'm about to hang out with this guy right here. And that's exactly what happened. Every time I seen Corey, every time I seen Otis, I was like, right there. I was glued to their shoulder. And that's what made me and Corey who we are today. The worst 2 men you will ever see hang out together.
And it's great because, and when I say this, it's gonna sound bad, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. So I was pretty popular throughout school. I kind of hung out with
Everybody.
every group. I hung out with the jocks. I hung out with the geeks, the nerds. I hung out with the smart people. I hung out with the dumb people. I hung out with the outcasts. I hung out with everybody. Like I was, if there was somebody there, I was there BSing with them about something or another.
I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for Corey, I would have been bullied so much more than I was. So much
like
more.
I was just that kind of person. Like even people that hated me didn't mind me around. Like I was just one of those people. when you think of anything, you think of me because I was always everywhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, after a couple of weeks, when I started hanging out, like actually started hanging out with Cowboy over here, like my popularity plummeted.
Because I was weird.
Like I still
I was
hung
a
out
weird
with
person.
everybody, but like I stopped hanging out with all these different groups outside of school.
Yeah.
Which again, it sounds bad, but I think most of it was because I stopped hanging out with him because I was always hanging out with Cowboy.
And I was also weird. Everybody
But,
thought I was pretty weird.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
was
you were
like,
definitely weird.
I was only weird because I'm just nothing but country bumpkin. Everybody at that
100%
school
core.
wanted to be gangster, or they wanted to be real, and I was like, I didn't care. I didn't care about any of that shit at all, and so that's why I didn't really click with anybody, because I was like, what do you mean you're real? You tell people off? It just sounds like you're a jackass and a piece of shit. But, okay, yeah, you're real. Okay. And then all the gangsters, they just wanted to, they would just get in the hallway of the school and make weird fucking noises and try to get people to yell at them so that way they could yell back. Now, that's the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, they would get into the hallways and just for no fucking reason. And I'm
They
fucking
go,
playing at night. This shit's scary.
Or we go through the hallways, and I'd say we because I was part of this for a good amount of time. We just walk down the hallways saying, "Obese."
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember we used to, we didn't have any classes together. I don't remember what grade it was, but we had 0. Oh shit, I'm like stuck underneath that boat. I'm gonna die. We had like no classes together, but we had lunch period together. So we would be walking out of lunch and we would scream at the top of our lungs, "Shotgun blast, boom!" And everybody in the hallway would just like, "What the fuck was that? What the? Why in the world? Whoa."
Something changed.
And it's so yeah, I was a pretty weird guy, and in that grade, I think it was 9th grade that happened. I got picked on so much in all of my classes because I didn't talk to anybody. I was like, all of you people are pieces of shit. Why would I want to talk to any of you people? And I mean, that was really it. So everybody just kind of picked on me.
Alright, I've got your bag. Why couldn't you get it for yourself?
Shakur can't swim. Now,
But yeah, so
then I tell you.
Let's think of some other.
You were definitely
Alright.
the outcast. You weren't like, oh,
I
what's
wasn't
his
too
name?
bad.
Okay, Shakur, tell me what
Do you remember?
saw.
I'm not gonna say his last name, but do you remember Skyler?
Oh, yes.
That man literally, it was an event when you heard him say something.
Yeah,
Whether it
for
was to
sure.
a teacher or anything, he did not talk. He had the deepest,
Did you
most
recognize
redneck
him?
voice
For
you
sure.
will ever hear in your life. And
Mhm.
it was
But do you know who
like,
he was?
I got him to talk to me one time as long as we went to school together, which was, mind
I'll
you,
check it out.
from like
By the way,
6th
Shakur,
grade until
what was
I
in
got
the
kicked
bag?
out. I got him to say something to me one time, and that's because I went and I sat down across from him in the cafeteria one day during lunch after I'd already eaten and I was making my rounds from table to table. Because nobody sat with him, nobody talked to him because he didn't talk to anybody. But I got him to talk to me, and he talked to me for like 45 seconds, and the whole time I'm just looking at him with my hands on my face in awe that he's actually speaking. That bad. You weren't that much of an outcast,
No.
but you were definitely like small circle.
Yeah, definitely. Now, my accent and like who I was got me a lot of attention from the other sex, if you know what I mean. a lot of girls wanted to talk to me and shit. But I think once they got to know me and they were like, yeah, this guy is too weird for me. Nobody really wanted to date me. So that was kind of suckish.
Alright, so
I'm like scared to do
everything
anything tonight.
from opposite sex, in between opposite sex and the last thing that you just said.
I was explaining that
Because
none of the girls wanted to date me. They all like talked to me for maybe 2 weeks, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy's just weird."
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, I
they
had to
stopped talking to me.
unplug my I had to unplug my USB from my headset from the computer and plug it back in because my headset was like freaking the French toast out.
Gotcha. Now Morgan
But,
Willis, that was a good relationship. I enjoyed that relationship. We dated for a while there, but then she didn't. Yet again, she didn't like how country I was. She just did not like that. And she told everybody. She would even tell me. She was like, no, I mean, I tried the country boy thing. That's not for me.
right. And
I'm
then
like
there
scared.
was
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
there was
Brittany.
nope, don't, don't, don't. I was trying to lead into that without actually saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
that
Just
was
don't.
that was a crazy encounter.
That is something that I will forever regret.
Dude, I don't know if you
I did.
no, not you. I'm talking about chat. I don't know if y'all ever I don't I don't want to say that we shared this girl because we didn't. But it was like Corey was with her, and then a few months later I was with her, and I went and I was
Made
like
fun of her together.
and I was like, "Hey Corey, you'll never guess what happened." And I tell him what happened, and he was like,
And I just go, ew.
"There's like no fucking way.
no.
No fucking way. You'll never believe that I was just there too."
And when I tell you, so
Shit was
you
crazy.
don't know this person's name because I refuse to let it be said in the stream. When I tell you this person,
Crazy shit.
so not only was she like pretty insane, not clinically, but she was up there.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't clinically insane, but she was an insane person for sure.
Yeah, she wasn't like
She didn't need to be
short,
Baker
pale.
acted or anything like that. She just
Yeah.
she was like us, or like me anyway. Weird. Just
Yeah, she
in a
was-
different way.
in a way that was not appealing to anybody ever. She was just very easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are things about her that there's a reason that there was only one time.
I mean, once I found out that you had been there, that kind of sealed the deal on that. There's no need to ever go back because I shared a girl with my best friend, and I don't ever want to do that again.
I refuse to let the name be said.
Yeah,
It's
I said the first name,
something
and that's bad enough.
yeah, the first name is Brittany. That's all that needs to be said. It's something that, for the sake of her and us, we just don't need to go any further with the name. Mainly for the sake of us. Believe me when I say it was traumatic. It's an image that is, in a period of time, that is burned into my brain. It's something I will never forget. It is, we'll just say it was uncool.
So listen to this, Corey.
I'm listening.
Yet again, I'm not going to say the name, but so you know I'm adopted. My my brother's father adopted me when I was 6 years old. And I didn't learn any of that until I moved in with my grandparents. I now, as an adult, and did you see what he said? You see what he said? She was an ugly. Oh, that's what you're saying.
I mean, like I said, she was easy.
She was easy. Yeah, that's for sure.
She was easy.
But anyway, so I find out that I'm adopted, And Nana and Papa don't have like all my adoption records or anything like that, because I mean that stuff's sealed. You have to be either the parent that adopted the child or the parent of the child that still has legal rights to the child in order to get that stuff. So, ooh, sorry, I just punched my mic. I find out that I'm adopted, and Nana and Papa tell me the name of my real father. And he has the same last name as that young lady. So I had to do an extensive search to make sure that me and her were not related.
And who is this?
I can't remember his name right now. I'd have to go open up my safe to get out the records. But like my real father, the one that inseminated my mother to produce all of this. Which he's pretty fat, dude. He's like, I mean, I only have like mug shots of him, so I mean, it's not like anybody has a good mug shot, but he's a pretty heavy man, and I don't know where I got all this skinniness. But now you look at my uncle, like my mom's brother, Keegan. And he's super skinny. I don't know how old he is now, because I ain't seen him in 10, 15 years or so. But, oh no, dude, I'm 26. No, okay, yeah, 10 to 15 years I ain't seen him. But I know he's still super skinny. My great-grandpa, he was a toothpick his entire life. So, I mean, I guess that's where I got it, was from my mom's side. I'm just sitting here chilling in the safe house waiting for nighttime to end. That's really what I'm doing, Hen, because I'm super scared to run around by myself. And I'm like looking around at all these other missions.
I think this stream has become more about story time than gameplay anyway.
Yeah, you're probably yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just now it's us talking, but there's something appealing on the screen as well.
I can agree with that. I don't know, I think I'm gonna make this run. I'm gonna do it. I'm running. Y'all come back for the next video now, you hear?